Hello, hello, little slice of TLC. How you doing? We are back. We are back. Can you hear me well? I'm getting the last of the finishing touches. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Getting the last of the finishing touches on things. And we will be starting shortly. You can hear me? Good, good, good. So you have to tell me, how did you get into doing adult coloring books? It's always something that's been fascinating to me, and I remember a couple years back, it was something that was really hot. Tammy, okay, I will. I'll call you Tammy from now on. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable calling people their real names online, unless they let me know. So Tammy, how did you get into adult coloring books? Tell me your origin story while I'm getting the last touches, and we'll wait for some other folks to come in as well. You know what? We're gonna make this fun. I'm going to get rid of that bar in a second, and then when I do, the chat reader will turn back on. But for now, it's just you and me. What are we doing? Okay, here we are. We can finish cleaning up. You don't know, you just started other colors and seeing how you can color these. Yeah. So are you like an artsy, like crafting kind of person? I saw on your YouTube profile that you have CP. Has it progressed to a point where coloring is more of a challenge now, or are you doing any other crafts? Because I know that disease pretty well. I've had a couple of family members that had it, and some of the other YouTube friends, they're working with it now as well. Got it. You can still color good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Because I've heard that it can be, and I've seen it too, where it can progress to a point where it can be, pretty life-changing, and it's hard to do, certain things. But yeah, let's get rid of that bar. 1 second, your screen's going to turn blue, and it's going to come back, and when it does, we're going to have a whole screen to look at. And I can see you on my computer.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. Amy slays. What's going on, partner? How are things in Wales? You do sound like a Disney princess, though. I'm not gonna lie. If you were to come to Kentucky and you put on like a ball dress or something like that, like all the little girls, they would go nuts.
It's not supposed to get worse, but you figure with age anything can get worse.
Understood completely. Well, I hope for the best for you, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing well.
All good. Oh, you are too sweet,
No, I'm serious. Like I said, if I were to have you, if you were just, I could put a chair.
TLC.
I could put a chair in the mall, and I could have you sit there in a ball dress, right? And I'm sure eventually, because you know how little kids are, they'll come over and they'll ask you, they're like, are you a princess? And as soon as you start talking and they hear your voice, they're going to be like, oh my gosh. And they're going to go, and then all of a sudden you're going to have like this flood of kids like pile in around you because they're going to be like, she's a princess.
No.
She's a princess. I tell you one thing, I'm always impressed. You are like to the nines when you're on camera. Your makeup or whatever your skin regimen or whatever you do is absolutely amazing.
I feel like my accent is so silly.
No.
Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, here, let me tell you. Let me put it this way. So I've been to the UK for work multiple times, and I've stayed for like weeks long. Like it sometimes. I've gone to Birmingham. I've gone to Manchester. I've gone to Wilmslow. I've gone to London. I've not gone to any of the southern parts, but for some reason, in the UK, they like my accent. Like they love like the southern sort of accent, and I don't know what it is because they used to ask me to say things just because they like to hear me talk about it, and they were like, "You have."
You kind, honestly.
You know-
Emoji heart hands. I was a makeup artist for a few years.
Okay, so that explains it. That explains it. Okay, well you were. Amazing.
I do love your accent.
Amazing. Well, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I've been told that I have so it's good and bad. I've heard that people have said that my voice is really calming and relaxing, but I do remember. Is the sound good? Do I need to adjust my microphone? Can you hear me over the music? I always feel like I'm yelling.
You could read the telephone book, as we say. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, good. But yeah, I'm going to go and give seminars this week as a part of
You
my
sounds okay.
work functions. Okay, excellent. But when I used to give seminars, especially when I gave my first one, when I used to work at the university, so sort of my background is in the very, very beginning, a long time ago, I used to be a director at a community center. And I worked with kids and families and did a lot of like nonprofit community service, sports, different things like that. Later in life, I started working as a chemist, and I worked for the university for a while doing research on neurological diseases, in particular
Hello. I
Alzheimer's
missed you starting.
and Parkinson's disease. No worries. We are just getting fired up. I was a few minutes late, so you have not missed a thing. We're just having kind of the casual chat, and I was kind of giving everybody my origin story. So if you heard it before, my apologies. But if you've not heard it before, you get to hear sort of my background and where I came from. So I'll start from the beginning. So back in the day, I used to be a director at a community center, and worked with kids and
That
families,
sounds so interesting. A man
doing
of many talents.
youth sports,
April.
doing aquatics, all kinds of things, summer
I'm
camps,
great
science
at hearing
camps.
it again, though.
Awesome. Okay. Summer camps, science camps, all kinds of fun things. As time progressed,
MRS Lace.
and
Hi, lovely.
after I spent a little bit of time in college, I thought to myself, and it was one of the hardest days of my life. I remember going to the guys in the office,
Hi, April.
and I told them, I said that, I feel like if I'm going to school for chemistry, I have to do something with it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave. The good news is they let me pick my replacement.
Beautiful April. Emoji hard eyes.
Isn't she though? Isn't she? They let me pick my replacement. So I decided to work as a chemist and a researcher at the university. And for about 7, 8 years, I did research in neurological diseases like Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. Co-authored several research papers, worked on a couple of grants, did some projects for the Department of Defense. And I also started getting into cardiovascular disease towards the end. But after about 7, 8 years working in the university, I had a sales rep that would come by pretty often. Her name was Jennifer. And Jennifer would come by, and she would come by like 2 or 3 times a year, and she'd ask us, are we looking for anything new? Do we need any help with anything? She was just being a good science salesperson. And one day she came to the lab, and she said, Delano, would you like to go out and have lunch? And I'm thinking, oh, heck yeah. You can get a free lunch, and, I get to spend some time with a fun person. And yeah, absolutely. Get some time off work. So we go to a Chinese restaurant that she knew that I liked a whole lot. And, the fact that she offered to take me.
Boogies.
Exactly. The fact that she offered to take me to the Chinese restaurant that I liked, I was like, absolutely, let's go. So I hop in her car. She drives us over to the Chinese restaurant. We get the table, we sit down, and she's like, well, order whatever you want to eat. And so, I order, and we're sitting there and we're talking. And the whole time, I never realized that she never ordered anything herself, right? And so we're sitting there talking, and the waitress finally comes back, and she brings the food, and she sits it on the table, and I look at Jennifer, and I'm like, you didn't
smile.
You didn't order anything? And she's like, no. She was like, no, I didn't order anything. I said, I feel kind of bad eating. And if you don't have any food, it's just sort of a southern thing, And she's like, no, don't worry about it. I had lunch earlier. And so, I'm eating, and, she's sitting there, and she and I are still talking while I'm eating. And she stops for a second in the middle of the conversation. And she looks at me, and she says to me, Delano, and that's my first name. If you all wanted to know, my first name is Delano.
Oh, I hate that. Bish, at least order snacks.
So she looked at me, and she's like, Delano, I didn't come to have lunch and just have lunch. She said, I came to see if you wanted a job. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, the other person that had the job before, that sold the equipment that I use, they're called mass spectrometers, and I'll explain in this stream later on what a mass spectrometer does, but just all intents and purposes, the guy he sold mass spectrometers to us, and she said, well, Joe, he is retiring. And I was like, well, good for Joe. Joe had been doing it for 30-something years. And I would talk to Joe, too. And Joe would say, one day I'm going to get enough money where, all I'm going to do is fish and drink beer. And I told him, I said, Joe, if that's what you want to do, you do it, brother. And Joe finally got to that point. He got to the point where he could drink beer and fish all day. He was day trading on the side, and he was selling mass specs.
Anyone who has watched and says Criminal Minds, House, SPUECT, we know what mass specs are. Laugh.
Exactly. There, you see them a lot of times on the forensic shows. But yeah, so she said Joe's retiring, and Joe specifically asked me, Jennifer, to come and find me to see if I wanted his job. You should have seen my face. I was sitting there, right? I was half shoveling house special lo mein, which has like the chicken, the beef, and the shrimp and stuff in it, shoveling this crap in my mouth, right? And it was almost like something from a TV show. I stopped, half bite with a fork almost up to my mouth, and said, what? And she said, I wanted to see if you wanted Joe's job. And I'm like, I've never sold anything in my life. I was like, I worked in the general public. I, went out and helped people and tried to do the best I could so that other people could be the
LOL.
best that they could be, right? And I said, outside of that, for the last decade, I've been here in the laboratory, working on research and helping people find the answers to their solutions and stuff like that. And she said to me back, she said, well, that's why you would make a good
She
salesperson.
saw something in you.
She did. She did. And she said to me, though, she said, that's why I would make a good salesperson, because I had spent so much time dedicating my life to trying to create a better place or a better something for somebody else. She's like, well, why not make money doing it? And I told her, I said, I don't know about this. I have to think about it.
How nice.
And so I literally, when she offered me that, I said, can I have some time to think about it? I literally sat and thought about it for 2 weeks before I got back to her to let her know. And I let her know up front. When she asked me initially at the table, I said, I need to think about it. I let a couple days pass, and I called her up on the phone and I said, Jennifer, this is a real big, life change. I'm not used to that. So I said, can I have a little bit more time? A little bit more time turned into 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, I'm sitting there and I give her a call on the phone. I said, you know what, Jennifer? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And she was like, cool. She was like, even though Joe recommended you, you still have to go through the interviewing process. And I'm like, cool. Okay. I'm gonna go and interview with some people, and they'll let me know if I have the chops to be a mass spec salesperson. All right. So I get my first meeting, and it's a phone meeting, and I'm speaking with the regional manager. And he's telling me, he's like, I heard a lot of good things about you from Joe. Joe said that you were one of his favorite customers and that you're really smart. And you never made him feel dumb. Like, you never made him feel like he didn't know. She said, because a lot of customers, when we go into their labs, we don't know everything that they're doing. And you are sort of the masters and the creators of your own research, so you know it better. But so many people are condescending when they explain it. And he said, for you always made it exciting, and you invited everybody into your research. Like, you felt like the more people that knew about it, the better. And that's the kind of person that we want as a salesperson. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, well, what are you doing a week from now? And I'm like, I don't really know. I usually just go to work, then I come back home. And he was like, well, what if we fly you up and you can have a couple days up here on the town. We'll pay for it. We'll get you a nice hotel, and then we'll have you come in and we'll have you do an in-person interview with the district manager and the regional manager. And he said, he's the regional manager, so meeting him in person, and then his boss, the district manager. So I get there. Fast forward to the trip. They put me in this nice hotel. They give me like a sports car. It was a whatever year that was. It was like a 2009 Mustang, red Mustang with the black convertible top on it, right? And they were like, yeah, you can just drive this car around. You can go see the sights, do things, blah blah blah, and just be here, on Friday night or Friday morning at 8 o'clock, and that's when we're going to start. So I get there. I'm there at 7:45 because I'm a firm believer that there's no such thing as being on time. Either you're early or you're late. So I was there at 7:45, and Gene, the regional manager's there, and he greets me at the front door, and he's like, come on in, get a cup of coffee. We got some breakfast and stuff set out for you, and blah blah blah. And Gene is talking to me, and he's kind of going through the standard interviewing questions, and gave me a couple of scenarios, and he's like, you answered everything perfectly. I want you to go and I want you to talk to the district manager. And so district manager was in his office. He had been there the whole time, but he was just sort of following the process where the regional manager got an hour with me first, and then he got his hour. I go to the district manager's office. The district manager is sitting there at his desk. He didn't stand up when I came into the room, and he kind of does this Alfred Hitchcock slow seat turn thing from facing towards the outside window to the door. So he kind of did that good evening kind of thing to me where he spins around, when Alfred Hitchcock had that little silhouette. And he's like, hello, Delano, how are you today? And I'm like, I'm doing well. How are you doing, Tim? And he's like, I'm doing good. I'm good. Have a seat. Have a seat. And so he has me have a seat. And so I step into the office and I sit down. He said, Delano, I have read your papers. I have spoken with all of your references. I talked to Joe. I talked to Gene. I talked to Jennifer. They all think you're great. He says, so I'm not going to waste your time with those kinds of things. He said, what I will ask you is this. He said, what's something that you like to do? And I was thinking, oh my gosh, is this like a trick question? And so for me at that moment, time had completely slowed down, and it felt like there was a spotlight on me, and nobody was moving in the world but me and him. And so I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him, and he's like, so what do you like to do? And I sit there for a few seconds and I tell him, I say, well, one of the things that I do enjoy a lot in this world is cooking. Like I like it. It's, for me, cooking is sort of edible chemistry. And it's just something fun and something that I would do for a hobby. And a lot of times I would do it for other people. And so I told him, I said, well, Tim, I said, one of the things I enjoy is cooking. And he said, oh, really? He said, what do you like to cook? And I kind of look at him and I'm like, okay, is this another trick question? If I answer this wrong,
Recipes 3.
is he going to kick me out the door? Right? Grandma knows where this is going. Grandma's intuitive enough to know where this is going. I didn't know, because at that time I was still younger. And so I didn't know where it was going. So I was scared. I was like, okay, if I say the wrong dish, is he going to like kick me out of the office and send me home? And so I give it a few seconds thought, and I tell him back, I said, well, I've made this dish called chicken saltimbocca, which is a stuffed chicken breast where it has prosciutto, Parmesan cheese, and spinach, and it's rolled up, it's pan fried, and it's served with a pan sauce and sometimes rice or asparagus on the side. And I told him, and I said, well, I like making chicken saltimbocca. My foolish butt didn't think about this. Tim was Italian, so immediately
Sounds yummy.
his ears perk up as soon as I say saltimbocca, and he's like, "Oh, really?" He says to me then, he's like, "Well, can you walk me through how you make chicken saltimbocca, or how you make your chicken saltimbocca?" And I sat there and I looked at him again, and I was like, I didn't say it out loud, but in my mind, I'm like, what does my recipe?
Sorry in catching up.
No
Had to
worries.
put little one down.
No worries at all. No worries at all. I've been in story time mode, so we'll start here in a second. But my apologies. But I was thinking to myself, why would he ask me to recite the recipe to my chicken saltimbocca? And I'm like, okay. And so I sit there for a second and I let him know. I walk him through all the steps. I'm like, well, first I'll get either a bone-in or a boneless chicken breast. I will, pound it out flat. I will, season it well with salt and pepper. Put the prosciutto, put the Parmesan cheese, the prosciutto, the spinach. I'll roll it up. I'll pin it with a toothpick. Once I get all those set up, I'll bring the heat up on the skillet and blah, 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 and I worked him through it. And the whole time, as I'm going through the recipe with him, I've watched the smile on his face get bigger and bigger and bigger until I got to the very end when I told him, I said, and then once everything is done, I arrange it on the plate and it's ready to go. And when I stopped, he looked at me and he just stared at me for a little while. And he said, you have the job. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. He said, the reason why I asked you that was because I wanted to see if you were able to follow a process and how well you could describe that process to somebody else so that they could understand it. He said, one of the big things that we do in sales every day is educate our customers. We educate our customers about our solutions, about our technologies, about our products, about our services, and that education has to come from a place within. And he said, you just have a natural teacher spirit. and you got a little bit of pizzazz. You got a little bit of pizzazz to you too. He said, because how many people do you know make chicken saltimbocca? He was like, he's like, I was expecting you to say something like meatloaf
Makes
or
sense.
something like that. But the fact that I went there with it and was able to go step by step, and he was like, and you nailed everything. You were mindful about every step. And you explained it in a way that, for me, said, from what you explained, if there was a kitchen here right now, I could make this just based off of what you said. And he said, you got the job. And I said, really? I said, really? I said, okay. And so I became a mass spec salesperson. And I sold mass specs in the U.S., there's sort of a dividing line that we use a lot of times called the Mississippi River in the continental United States. I'm not talking about like where Grandma lives up in Alaska, but in the continental. And he said, well, what if we put you in charge of everything between the Appalachian Mountains and the Mississippi River, so that kind of central eastern corridor? And I'm like, okay. So I was in my car every day for about 7 years, driving to labs and giving seminars and talking to people
They
about
sure
science.
sent you up here, wink. Emoji eyes.
You know, there was a rep.
Emoji smiling face with halo.
Everyone was jealous of the rep that had Alaska, because that person, they lived in Oregon and they covered the Pacific Northwest. They had Alaska and they also had Hawaii. So they would work from the home base, like maybe 4 months, or excuse me, 8 months out of the year they would be in Oregon. 2 months out of the year they had a permanent condo that he stayed in up in Alaska, and then for 2 months out of the year he would go to Hawaii and stay there for 2 months, all paid for by the company, all expense paid trips basically to Alaska and Hawaii. Greg was funny though. I still remember him to this day. Greg got to the level of Joe where he made enough money where he could retire. And when Greg retired, okay, remember how I told you Joe, he said he wanted to make enough money where he could drink beer and fish. Joe was from Ohio. So if anybody, and I know based on TV, Ohio sounds like it's like the armpit of the United States. It's really not. It's a really pleasant state, so don't think it's bad. But Joe is from Ohio, right? And so he's, pretty down home, kind of average guy. When Greg got enough money, I'm going to have you guess. I'm going to let you guys put it in the chat. If one of the guys that lived in the Midwest retired, drank beer and fished, what do you think a guy from the Pacific Northwest would do if he had enough money to retire early? What do you think he would do? And there's no answer that's too wild, because you should hear some of the other stories of what people are doing now. Yeah, remember, he's from Oregon. We'll go ahead and jump in here, so that way I'm good with the time. We have plenty of time now, so we're not so much in a hurry. If you were in a hurry, let me know, and I can speed up. I'm just kind of taking my time.
Eyes.
Nobody wants to take a guess at it? I'll give you a hint. Greg always told me.
No idea.
Yeah. Greg always told me when we go out together, like in the evenings, because sometimes we would be at meetings together, or he would come and speak to some of my people, because Greg was an expert at like food science and environmental science. Like anytime he walked into a food lab or an environmental lab, he could wow those folks like no tomorrow. I'm really good.
Jack Lowell. He's
Close.
running a pot shop.
You know what? Greg did talk about running
Gastropub. Hi, everyone.
He did talk about all three of those things, actually, but there was one thing in particular, and I'll give you a hint. Greg said that, he said, when I retire, I just want to live the sweet life. I just want to live the sweet life. That's what he told me. And so when Greg left, the first thing he did with his money, can anybody guess now? He wanted to live the sweet life.
He's living on a boat in Depot Bay.
Close. He does have a boat, but he's not living there. Or I'll tell you. I'll tell you. He bought a candy store.
Take a cruise.
He owns
Italy.
he owns his own candy store. Of all the things in the world.
Amazing.
So he sells. He's got one of those joints where they have like
Depot Bay.
I don't know if it's in Depot Bay or not, but
Emoji eyes.
he
LOL.
bought and he made it look like sort of like the Willy Wonka thing. So he's got candy from all over the world that he sells, like everything from, you know, like the older candy, like who all remembers Fruit Stripe gum and Big League Chew and all that stuff. So he's got, you know, stuff like that.
Depot Bay is the tourist trap of Oregon, but it's known for its candy.
He's got nerds, he's got all kinds of stuff, and then he's got like high-end chocolate and other stuff too. And he bought a store that was big enough where kids can have birthday parties there. And so he rents out the space.
Live the dream, why not?
For birthday parties, and he sells candy by the pound. So you were close, kind of, when you said pot. But it's candy. It's different kind of candy. But he sells candy, and it was so funny because the last time I saw him, which was probably about a year and a half ago, he said, "Believe it or not, I make more money selling candy than I did selling mass specs." But as he said, the margins on candy is through the
in
roof.
Oregon, it could be both kinds of candy, to be fair.
Yes. But he made me laugh so hard.
LOL.
He sells candy, but yeah, I've been selling science now for over 15 years. I like it. Sometimes I don't like the travel, and that was why I had to step away from the first place that I was at, because the travel was just too intense. The territory was too large. But I do like science, and I like speaking with people about science, and I like selling science too, which is fun. Fast forward to maybe about a month or so ago, I was on the phone with a student from a university in Illinois, and the student called and said to me they had some questions about their research. And when I looked at the student's name, the name looked really, really familiar to me. And I was like, I think I know. Why do I know this name? Why does this name sound familiar to me? And I call him, and I'm speaking to him on the phone, and I'm like, your voice sounds really, really familiar to me. And the more I sat and thought about it, the more I was like, I think I know who you are. Come to find out that the kid that I was talking to was the kid that played Nemo in the movie Finding Dory. At that time, when the movie came out, he was a child actor, and he did the voice acting for Nemo in Finding Dory. And he still sounded like Nemo on the phone, like his voice hadn't changed much. And I said, has anybody ever told you that you have the same name and sound like him? He says back to me, he says, that's me. He said, that's me. I was the person that did that. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, that was me. He said, that was a long time ago. He said, I'm surprised that you still remember me. And I said, who can forget Nemo? I was like, you were like a big part of a lot of kids, childhood and stuff like that. Not the original Finding Nemo movie, but the sequel, Finding Dory. He did the voice for Nemo in Finding Dory. And he and I talked for a long time because he thought it was the funniest thing on earth. The even funnier part about it was, as we were speaking on the phone, he says to me, I'm really looking for a product that can help me with some of the research that I'm doing. I'm looking for a recommendation, and I gave him one. And he said, well, I really would like to see if you guys have this particular product in a 60 cc, so like Charlie, 60 cc measurement. And I was looking through the catalog and sort of looking at things on the computer, and I said, well, you know, I don't see a 60 cc, but I do see that we have a 30 milliliter vial. I said, do you think we could split the assay and then use the 230? So just split it in half, use the 230s. I'll discount it down so that the price, matches out. And would you move forward with it? And he's like, well, I don't need milliliters. I need cc's. For those of you that don't know, a cubic centimeter, a cc, is the same as a milliliter. So it made me a little worried because I was like, you're in your senior year in chemistry and you don't know that a cc and a milliliter are the same. But I didn't say that out loud. I was just in my head. I was just thinking it. And so when he said it, my response back to him was, "Oh, I see what you're thinking here." I said it's a classic mix-up. When I use the term milliliters, I'm using them equivalent to the cc. In the sense that in standard measurements, we talk about milliliters for fluids and cc's for just empty volume. But in this case, I'm using them synonymously. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it now. When I went back and I told the other guys at work, they were roasted Nemo because they were like, Nemo don't know what a cc and a ml is. And they were kind of going off. But I actually got to work with and still am working with the kid that played Nemo, and I thought that was one of the coolest things that I've done in the job so far. I've had dinner with Nobel Prize winners, all kinds of fun things. But I think I enjoy the people, and I enjoy the sport. Selling is a sport, and it's an art too. And don't ever let anybody tell you that being a salesperson is a bad thing. And here's the reason why. And when I say we, I mean all of us. Me, you, your kids, your moms, your dads, spouses, all of those people. We're all in sales every day. And we may not be selling products. We may not be selling solutions, but we're selling ideas. We're selling ourselves. We're selling what are we going to have for dinner tonight. We're selling where should we go on vacation. We're selling how do I want to present myself to this person. And so we all are in sales every day. And so being in sales is not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is how you do the sales. What I've learned over the years is the best salespeople are the most authentic salespeople. But let's go ahead and jump in here and play some games. I'm going to get through the warm-up round, but when we get into the letter picking, feel free to put your letters in the chat. If you think you know the answer, feel free to put that in the chat as well. Thank you for stopping by. It's a home-cooked meal. Your chance to solve. But that's enough of Delano Story Hour. Thank you for putting up with me.
It's time to start another toss-up round for $2,000. The category is food and drink.
I have other fun stories if you ever want to hear them. I once worked with a guy. I'll save this, but if you're interested, I can tell you later. I worked with a guy that worked with rare diseases, rare childhood diseases, even more so, and we had a good time with that. What is this? Something?
If you think you know the answer, please go ahead.
It's a jumbo-sized cantaloupe. If you spell it right.
I have a rare disease.
Which one? April. Wait a minute. Hold up. I don't know how to spell cantaloupe. Wait a minute. It's not. How do you spell cantaloupe? Anybody? Fry. My mind went blank. What do you hear?
Cantaloupes. Loop.
So that threw me off because I wasn't expecting that you to be in there. Loop.
Go ahead and start the round. The category is places.
What you got? What are you working with, April?
Why don't you go ahead and take the first spin?
Ooh. We messed it up.
It's too close.
I messed it up.
Oh no. We'll have to move on to the next contestant.
Doggone it. Loop. Nice job, Grandma and JRM. I appreciate the the assist there for sure. I'm
600.
struggling. Excuse me.
We have 1 G. Not bad.
Hi,
You've got quite a
JR.
bit of money now. Sure, you can buy a vowel. Yes,
Excuse me.
we have some A's.
But yeah, I've worked with scientists at
Wow,
the
not a
at
single one
Mayo,
on the board. I'm
Cleveland
sorry.
Clinic, St. Jude, Cincinnati Children's Hospital, MD Anderson.
500. Unfortunately, there are none on the board. I'm sorry.
The genesis of that, if you're curious, my grandfather had Alzheimer's disease, and so that was one of the big. Oh, come on, one of the big reasons why I did that.
With your free play, you aren't out of it yet.
If you'd like to suggest a letter, feel free to put it in the chat. If you think you know the answer, feel free to put that in the chat as well. We're just having a laid-back Sunday, having a good time with words. We'll do this for a little while, and then we'll switch over to Are You
R.
Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? R. I heard of Robert.
Yes, we have some R's. Good job. Keep that going.
Hold on a second.
You'll be
I need
heading
to
home
get-
a winner tonight.
I'll get it in a second. So the category is places. It's hyphenated on the first one. Second word is a little bit long.
If you'd like to buy a vowel, you can. Yes, we have some E's.
Sorry, YouTube kicked me out for a minute.
Oh no, YouTube has been really, really wild lately. I think they must be using. Well, they always have been, but I think they must be using like a new
900.
type of AI agent or something. It does a horrible job. I've heard horror stories of people not only getting kicked out of chat,
Yes, we have some S's.
but also had channels that they were subscribed to get unsubscribed from their favorites, where
That's
where
a
people
lot
are
of
like,
money you
I
won
know
there."
I didn't turn this person off, but they'll go through their the list of people that they're subscribed to, and for some reason the software is unsubscribing them from certain channels. And I don't know what the genesis of that is. That's a horrible thing, because the question is how and why is it doing it? Because if it's taking away small content creators, don't dog on it.
Ouch.
Because a lot of what I'm hearing is it's the smaller ones that it's happening to.
$700.
I've also
The
noticed that
last
it
word
get
is
any help
restaurant.
on that?
S
restaurants.
Out of luck.
N.
Wait a minute. I see R. We did the R, T, and then N. Okay. We got Thomas and we got
600.
Nancy.
I'm sorry, there are none on the board.
Thomas, Nancy.
$600.
Thomas?
Yes, we have some T's. That's a fair bit of cash you picked up.
Just thinking about what that first one could be. It's some kind of, so blank blank restaurants. Let's see if we can. We'll get the N. We'll put a little Nancy on the board, as long as we don't mess this up, which I just did. Which I didn't.
700.
I almost did. Almost did.
Yes, we have some N's. Well, that's.
Is
a
it high-end
amount to add to
restaurants?
Your winnings tonight.
High end restaurants. Anybody else?
Close LOL.
You know it. So I'm gonna tell you right now. This is why I couldn't be on Wheel of Fortune, because I would be talking
I think so.
like this
High end.
during the high end.
Yes.
Okay.
If you think you know the answer, Please
I
go
would be
ahead.
talking like this during the game, and I'm sure Ryan Seacrest would not appreciate that. Mr. Turner, we're going to have to ask you to keep that down a little bit. You hush. You hush, Ryan. I remember when you were a VJ on
Wow, that
MTV.
is
You keep your mouth
incredible.
closed.
How did you come up with that? We don't want to keep our contestants waiting any longer, so let's start the game. Let's go ahead and start.
Can
the
anybody
round.
else
The
believe that
category
Ryan
is
Seacrest
food
is the
and drink.
host to Wheel of Fortune
Contestant
now?
number
Like,
two,
if
go
someone
ahead
would
and
have
take the
asked
first
me,
spin.
like, like 5, 10 years ago, who would replace Pat Sajak? Like, Ryan Seacrest would not even be on that list. I mean, I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's doing bad. But I just never would have
Unfortunately, that's not
imagined
what we need.
that he would become the host of Wheel of Fortune.
It's going to be close.
I've heard rumors
Hit big with
that
$3,500.
when Vanna retires, Pat Sajak's daughter is going to take her spot. I don't know if those are true or not, but I've heard that they've sort of been grooming her, and that's why you see her on the show from time to time, because I think they're trying to get viewers used to. Don't do it. Don't. Thank you.
600.
Trying to get viewers used to seeing. Do you want the G on this one? I saw a G.
G.
Do you want the G on this puzzle? Or was that for the last one?
I wouldn't know. I watch very little TV, and when I do, I like watching the classic shows.
Wait a minute. Hold up now. G for
Yes.
this. Yes. Okay.
Will we get any help on this?
What shows do you watch,
Out of
Tammy?
luck.
What shows are you watching? You still there, April?
Wild card.
Is YouTube still being a butt?
I'm
It could be
sorry,
me too.
there are none
I
on the
need to.
board.
Might need to adjust my network. My network was acting strange the other day. But if you're just stepping into the room, welcome. We're
Unfortunately,
playing a
that's
night
not
of
what we need.
game shows. We're going to switch after this one. We'll go to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? As always, feel free to play along. If you have a letter suggestion, put it in the chat. If you think you know the answer, feel free to put it in the chat. If you want to watch me lose my mind
Just
on the
didn't
lose a
make it
turn,
this time. I'm
put it in the
sorry.
chat.
It's too close.
Tammy's watching
Back
classic
Painful.
programs.
Bankrupt.
I want to see.
Son, Three's Company, shows from back when.
What? Did you watch? Okay, Tammy, you watch Good Times? Did you watch Good Times?
It's too close. 900.
And like the Jeffersons,
Do we have any of those?
Facts of Life.
No. I'm sorry.
Man, I remember I used to watch. Oh my gosh! So I used to watch Facts of Life. F is in Frank. As crazy as it sounds, right? You would never guess, like a teenage boy. But I remember after
Love the
school.
oldies.
Oh my gosh, those are great shows.
No, we don't seem
You know-
to have any of those.
To me, there was nothing better on television than watching Fred Sanford and Aunt Esther like roast each other,
With your free play,
where she would call him like a fish-eyed fool, and then he would throw back some lines. I'm gonna have to put something in the chat that you guys should see. It's a YouTube video that they're doing like a parody of Sanford. It's clean. It's nothing crazy enough to wall.
incredible.
What
We could
letters
have
are
another
available?
$1 million
Good
winner.
question.
One day at a time.
Unfortunately, there are none on the board. I'm sorry.
One day at a time, and Alice. I will put the letters available on the board when it turns our turn again. So the letters that are available are the letters that are currently highlighted. So all of the light letters, anything that's shaded out, are letters that have been selected. I will put the whole alphabet on the screen. It won't let me do it when it's not my turn. I don't know why.
650. I'm sorry, there are none on the board.
So the letters that are remaining are the highlighted letters that you see here. Any of the letters that are grayed out are the letters that have been chosen. So right now we have A, C, E, H, I, K, M, N, O, P, R, S, T, U, V, and then that's it. The most common letters have not been chosen. R, S, T, and N have not been picked. I would suggest one of those.
OMG, me and YouTube are fighting right now.
Oh my gosh,
Give me a
girl.
sec.
No worries.
S.
No worries.
550.
S. Heard Sam.
Right.
We have one.
Go
S.
back to letters.
Okay.
Well, that is a healthy amount to add to your winnings tonight.
Beat it up, April. LOL.
You know what? Beat it up.
WKRP.
Oh my gosh. Jenny, well, you know about WKRP Cincinnati. Hold up now. Hold up. I didn't even expect. When I looked down, I expected that.
Certainly buy a vowel. What would you
I
like?
expected that to
Yes,
be.
we have some A's.
Okay, it's some
Cream
kind of
soda.
cream soda. Okay, I was gonna say it is some kind of soda.
Yes, Danny.
Why don't you go
Excuse me.
ahead and tell us
Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in your ear. Hold on a second. Let me get my throat dry. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Too much talking. What do you know about WKRP Cincinnati, Danny? Danny, you want to do this or next time we can do, because we talked about maybe doing another group stream. Do you want to sing the theme song to WKRP Cincinnati with me on a live stream, Danny? You can sing it along with me. Now, I will ask you all this. Why were theme songs
LOL.
Why were theme songs for TV shows that came out in the 70s and the 80s? Why were the TV theme songs like better than the
Time
ones
is
today?
running low.
And
10 seconds remaining.
the theme songs were songs in themselves. Like, for example,
I
To be
remember the
honest, I
show.
wasn't sure how you were going to solve this one.
like Cheers, like the Cheers song. Like,
Give
everybody
us
knows
five
that it's a
rounds. The
whole
winner will
song.
be picking up
The
something
song from the TV show
The
Taxi
category
is like a whole song. And I'm gonna give a throwback here. Hands up in the chat if you remember The Greatest American Hero.
They were written by actual musical artists.
Do y'all remember the?
Everything was better back then. LOL.
It was.
As
But you're
opposed to a computer.
800.
exactly.
Cause
But
all
you're
the writers are
Yes,
dead.
we have some
pretty
S's.
much,
LOL.
pretty much. But y'all remember the TV show The Greatest American Hero?
I have it on DVD.
Believe it or not, I'm Walking on Air is one of the greatest. When I was a kid, when The Greatest American Hero would come on, I could sing every single lyric, and I was. You talking about like singing? I could belt the words out. Like, I'm talking about like I was on a Las Vegas show.
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
You know what? Oh my gosh, the shows were good, man. I don't know. Yeah, the writing, like the actors, the themes, everything was.
800.
And don't get me wrong, the 90s weren't bad, but like the shows in the
I
70s
love
and
the theme
80s.
song to Punky Brewster and the
Oh.
Grand Strokes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means, and along
That's a
comes
lot
two,
of money you won
and
there.
that nothing but jeans. You got different strokes. I'm sorry, I better stop.
You can certainly buy a vowel.
Don't get me started.
One
Don't
A.
get me started.
Woohoo.
Don't get me started. Like I said, I remember all of that. Like it was
Take me back. LOL.
yesterday. You know it. You know that's right
Buy a
too.
vowel, you can do. You have one E.
You know that's right. Punky Brewster was good. What was another one? So it looks like the first word is easy. Easy. So the category is things. It's easy, maybe hyphenated. Not sure.
You can buy a vowel. What would? Yes, we have some I's.
Sing WKRP.
You only if you do it with me. I have to save something, Danny. So I'll do that one, but I'll only do it with you, brother. I'll only do it with you.
LOL.
I'll only do it with you. Oh, okay. Here, let me pause it for a second. If y'all want to talk about like a classic TV show theme jam, how many of you watched In the Heat of the Night? Right? It had the guy that played Archie Bunker on there. What was it? Something Carroll. I can't think of his first name. But if you ever watched In the Heat of the Night,
Yes.
oh my gosh, the theme song to In the Heat of the Night, you felt like you were in church for a second. Like in those 2-3 minutes that theme song was. And tell me you didn't, Tammy, I'm looking at you through the computer right now. You feel my eyes on you right now. You can feel me looking at you. In the Heat of the Night. It was a bop. It was a bop.
LOL.
But see, y'all talking about some good shows,
Carol
man.
O'Connor.
Carol O'Connor, that's it. Yeah. I thought his last name was
Yes,
Carol.
it
Look,
is and still is.
April's on it. It is still a bop. It is 100%. April was on it. Look at you.
Have some end.
See, look at y'all make me smile. And thinking about shows that I haven't thought about in years.
Well, that is a healthy amount to add to your winnings tonight.
If you have a letter suggestion, feel free to put it in the chat. If you think you know the answer, feel free to put that in the chat as well.
What vowel would you like?
Always open.
O'Connor.
We have one U.
Yep. Danny knows, dude. Yeah, Carol O'Connor. Ooh,
Easy to
easy
something instructions.
2. Okay, so we're thinking that. Let's go ahead and do it.
Yes, we have some O's.
Maybe this will help. Easy to instructions. We got a little bit of time to do some thinking. Easy to. Yeah, if you can think of any other classic shows, feel free to put them in the chat.
Follow.
Easy to follow. Okay.
Contestant number 1. It's your chance.
Easy to.
Easy to follow instructions.
There you go.
Follow. Follow.
It hit everybody.
Follow.
Okay, you know what it's starting to sound like? If anybody has ever seen, what is that musical? It's the musical with those guys and they had the plaid. Try to remember the and follow. You know that song? That's what you all sounded like. What is the name of that musical? Oh my gosh, why is it hurting me? Is the name of the song was September, I think, maybe? Try to remember that time in September. Dun 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 dun. What is the name of that musical? Follow.
That was a good game you had there. You picked up some cash and, of course, a prize. Are you interested in going to Hawaii?
Aloha! Welcome to Hawaii. It's always sunny and beautiful here. Whether you're catching some awesome waves or take some time to relax on the beach before going snorkeling and whale watching, it's worth $7,320.
I remember.
Are we ready for another toss-up round?
The musical is called The Fantastics. Anybody remember? Anybody ever see The Fantastics? It's a musical, and it's like took place in the
Hawaii.
60s. Took place. You know what? We going someplace. You know what they got in Hawaii? Do you know what they have in Hawaii, Princess? Nobody's ever seen The Fantastics. It's a really good musical performance. If you like Broadway stage
Yay,
shows.
always sunny and beautiful except
The amount
doing
is
2-3 of the year when the
$3,000.
monsoon is there. Oh no, the eyes. Hi, Princess.
Princess,
Hi, Maylab.
do you know what they have in Hawaii? They have a special fruit. One of the main reasons why Dole bought a big portion.
Pineapple.
You know it?
Fresh pineapple.
You know that? One of the reasons why Dole bought most of Hawaii from the we're gonna call it buying, but it really wasn't a fair deal. But you know how those things
Category
work.
is around the house.
Uh,
Hi.
what is going on, Princess?
It looks like
You know what? I
the
buzzed in. I don't know the
greatest
answer.
song,
I have no
contestant
clue.
number 1.
Around the house.
My parents and I are watching a movie, but I fell asleep.
Some kind of shelter. You're watching a movie but fell asleep. Oh, no worries, brother. No worries. My voice has a tendency to do that sometimes. What movie are you watching? It's some kind of shelter.
Dole pineapple don't taste like real Hawaiian pineapples though.
No, them
Not
things are.
much, just enjoying some whole wheat spaghetti for dinner.
Ooh,
It's
I
a
haven't had
whole
that.
other taste.
So, I've not had whole wheat spaghetti in a long time. SHELTER. So I think the last word is shelter. Clothing,
Something shelves.
shelves. SHELVE. Yeah, that will work too. Clothing. No. Why do I keep saying clothing? It
10
clearly isn't
seconds
clothing.
remaining.
I shouldn't have buzzed in that early. That was me. I got trigger happy. Please excuse the man behind the
Pineapple was
curtain.
never the same
I'm
after
so
living
sorry,
in
but
Hawaii.
time is out. Number 2. Go ahead and solve.
Floating shelves. If I would have waited for a couple
Shall we
more
go ahead
letters.
and start the
So
round?
pineapple's never the same after living in
I
Hawaii.
want to go to Hawaii so badly.
You know what? That would be a fun
Floating.
place.
Let me give the
Yes.
wheel one
You
final
got
spin.
it. You got it. We were close.
Nice try. Floating.
We were almost there.
5JR.
No, we don't seem to have any of those.
So we're in the last round where we get to just pick one letter, and we
Will
we
we
pick
get
one letter and
any
then we
help
have
on
to
this?
solve it,
See
or
if
we
it's
have
out
to
of luck.
pass. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a T, but if you guys can think of any other letters, feel free to let me know. But we're not spinning this round. It's just choose a letter and then solve the puzzle.
We have one T.
The category
That's
is
a fair
food
bit of
and
ground to
drink.
pick up.
Food and drink.
Contestant number 1, would you like to solve?
I've never been to Hawaii before. I've never gone to any of the states outside of the continental U.S. I'll leave it there for a second so you can think about your letter choices. But yeah, I've never visited any places outside of the continental U.S. I have gone to other countries, but as far as like Alaska and Hawaii, I've just never had the opportunity to go. My sister and brother-in-law and niece, they went to Hawaii, or went to Alaska on a cruise. I don't know what kinds of experiences those are. I've gone on cruises, but not on like a cruise like that.
Yes, we have
All
some
right,
gold.
let's see some
Slow.
letters.
Trying to make dinner LOL. N.
You are okay.
Hard.
I heard Nancy. I heard Sam.
Contestant number 2, your chance to solve.
Nancy and Sam.
Unfortunately, that's not what we need.
What are you making for dinner?
Wow, not a single one on the board.
No
I'm
Nancy.
sorry.
No Nancy.
I'm sorry, there are none on the board.
We'll give Sam a try.
Dark chocolate
I'm
bar.
sorry, there are none on the board.
Woo!
Fried chicken.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yes, we have.
Somebody said the magic word. Make way for the bird. What? JRM, what's happening? How? Do you need friends? Are you making extra? Can I come over?
I gotta help with dinner and do the dishes and all of that. I'll have you in my ear, but I'll be away from my keyboard.
Okie doke,
Why?
superstar. Okie doke, superstar. I think she might be right.
Don't go and spend all that at once now.
Always good to see you and stopping by. Always good to catch up. I'll catch up with you on Discord. At some point, I need to put my Discord.
Haha, no extras, sorry.
Ah, dog it. Somebody remind me before
Okay, we love you, April.
before I sign off to put my Discord in the YouTube thing.
Wow, that
Like
is
I won't,
incredible.
since
How
I
did you
won't be
come up with
streaming,
that?
I will have my computer. I don't have Discord on my phone. I have it on my laptop. But
Bye,
yeah, if you
April.
guys ever want to reach out, please feel
We're
free
ready
to.
to
Take
start
care,
the bonus
April.
round, I think. Let's
Hopefully we
get
get to
over
see
there.
you again. If not, if anybody's watching and they don't know the sweetest honey, April Honey, please, you have to check her out. She's an amazing content creator, amazing person. I will say all of you all are.
Please follow me over here.
My work days have gotten so much more
Love you from a
productive.
Mamer, I'll DM you.
Food and drink.
Today is a mess, but it'll be
We'll
fine.
give you the typical letters
Oh.
R, S, T, L, N, and E.
But yeah, I'll put mine in the
We
my
have
Discord.
April.
consonants and
But
a
yeah,
vowel.
any of you all feel free to reach out anytime. I'm usually
I'll be able to hear you.
okay.
Just
Okay.
gotta do the boring adult things.
I hear you there. I tried to take care of a couple of those. Oh, what am I doing? I tried to do a couple of those before I left as much as possible. So the category is food and drink. It's
Just a few
spinach and
moments to solve,
feta.
so go quickly.
Spinach and feta blank. Category is food and drink. The letters that are left are the letters that are highlighted. The letters that are shaded out have already been chosen. So I'm pretty sure this first part, if we spell it right, is it a quiche?
Spinach and feta cheese. Quiche,
Quiche?
not cheese.
Quiche?
Brosh,
Brosh? We can take multiple guesses here at the end. Since it is the last round, we can just start yelling out stuff. You remember how people on the TV show do? Like they'll be like, Smokey and the Hammed it, Smokey and the Danged it, Smokey and the Bandit, and then eventually they get it. So we get multiple tries at the end. You got it. I used to love making quiches. I usually would make them like on the holidays. It was like a Christmas thing. And I would usually make like a ham and cheese one. I have made like a spinach and feta one before. Quiches are fun. You have to be real careful with them though, because you can easily overcook it, and then the egg starts getting like too rubbery. But if you
Tammy
do,
is slow again.
Tammy is, you know how she is. She sort of does the best she can.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I should see if there's a way to upgrade Tammy.
America's game.
Hello,
While we're
everyone.
waiting
How
for
are
the
you?
intro, let me grab my
Good to see
charger
so
real quick so I
many
don't
people here. I hope you're all well.
lose you all.
Gonna lurk, ill listen.
Okie doke, enjoy your lurk. I can't see who said it, but I will be able to shortly. Hold on one second.
Thank you for joining
Step
us
to get
today.
my charger.
Your outfit looks quite interesting. You must have visited the customization menu. How are you doing
Enjoy
today?
your lurk, JR. I'm always good to see you.
Well, I'll take
JR,
that as a great
did you change the way your name
You're
looks
ready
on
to
the
get
screen?
started. It says here, well,
I've seen you in a
it doesn't
couple of
say much.
chats,
Why don't you tell us
and
about yourself?
I don't think I've ever said hi to you when I see you, because I always
It's
think,
time to
is
start
that
a toss-up
Name
round
Tammy
for
here?
$1,000.
is that the JRM I know? Someone Tam. So there. Okay, wait a minute. We gotta. So there is a Tammy in the audience right now in the chat. Tammy is the name that I've given
I
to.
heard my name, LOL.
Tammy is the name that I've given to the chat reader, and it was before I met you, Tammy. So I might have to change her name now. Maybe she can be
Tammy
more.
is the cat lady who reads out chat readers.
She is. Every so often, Tammy gets easily distracted.
Okay, LOL.
And so she sometimes takes trips to the kitchen. You ever just go to the kitchen and open the refrigerator but not get anything out? Well, Tammy does that pretty regularly. So she goes to the kitchen, she opens it up, hoping that
Yes, the
something.
same. I just added periods and news. Sounds like me. LOL.
That's what it is. So it does look different. It does look different. But yeah.
Enemy fits. LOL.
So, Jeremy, your name does look different. So that's what it is. Okay, got it. So it's not just me. So I know it's you now. But yeah, so Tammy goes to the kitchen. She checks the refrigerator, hoping that something's in there. She doesn't find anything, and she closes it. On her way back to reading to the chat, the cat plays on the steps. And so, when the cat is just being like adorable and sort of, doing what cats do, she sits on the steps and she sits there and plays with the cat for a little bit. And then she remembers, because she hears my voice, that she's supposed to be reading chat. And so she runs back over and she starts reading, but she starts kind of in the top or the middle. And so she'll read a couple of lines, and then you'll hear her say,
I get it, LOL.
Skipping some comments, and then she'll get right back into the end. She's just all over. She's all good, though. We love her. We should change her name, though. We may have to change her name to Melissa.
Contestant number 2, go ahead.
I pushed the button first.
Let's start a toss-up
Since we got a real
round for
Tammy.
$2,000. The category is,
Tammy's like, who's
what are
talking
you
about me?
doing?
All right, the category is, what are you doing? All right, I'm
Aim to
focused.
say hi.
Hello, Queen. Always good to see you. Cheerleading, celebrating.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us the answer?
How's your day? I hope it's well. It's Sunday. It's Monster Trucks. I don't know. Anybody get the Sunday, or was it? It was a different day. I don't think it was Sunday. Hello. Always good to see. Celebrating what's the last word? Celebrating the we don't know. Season? Okay. I like it. Wow! Look at Princess.
Smiling for the camera?
Season.
No? Okay, let's get going. Let's go ahead and start the round. The category
Princess.
is food and drink. Contestant number 1, you're up first, so take a spin.
It's like I should have a way to do like bonus points for this. I have often thought about doing that. Maybe
I hate
have.
when Tammy is slow.
Tammy. Here's the funny thing. Tammy's voice is
Almost
not
there.
LOL, Mila and I over here yelling the answers.
exactly. Not Tammy in the chat, but Tammy here. Her voice has changed over the years. Her voice used to be higher. If you'd like, I can bring her back. The original Tammy.
We have one S. I guess you'll be paying for dinner tonight.
C. I heard C. We'll do C. Here we go. We'll spin it. I saw Charlie. Don't do it.
On, let's go.
Don't do it.
That's about as
my soul.
painful as bankruptcy gets.
You telling me, Charles? You were telling me. I saw Charlie, so we will do Charlie on the next.
Have we got it?
We don't have
700.
anything.
Do we have any of those? No. I'm sorry.
But this gets back to my original thought before the bankrupt. I thought about doing a game night and having real
That's
prizes,
about as painful as bankruptcy gets.
but I'm not sure how to make that work. If there was a way to get points, I'd give it some more thought. Like do like a $10 or $20 Amazon card or something like that. I don't know if that's even if I can do that. I don't know if it's against the YouTube thing. I'd have to read the guidelines. I don't want to break any rules.
It's too close. 900.
But I've thought about doing a game night with real prizes.
I guess you'll be paying for dinner tonight.
You know what I think you should do? A cup of C.
A cup of...
Wild card.
What should I do?
Not a single one on the board.
What should I do there,
sorry.
Danny? A cup of... Oh, we're definitely going to do the C when it's our turn.
600.
When it's our turn, we're definitely going to do the C.
Unfortunately, there are none on the board. I'm sorry.
A mug of.
A mug of. You still want to? Do you still want that C? As long as I don't mess this up.
No.
Wow, I am very sorry.
Y'all.
Just try to keep positive thoughts now.
I was good with that golf game, but getting back-to-back bankrupts kind of does something to my soul. Like, I can just feel... Y'all remember in the movie, in the cartoon Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, when Belle was like messing around with the Beast, like little flower in the glass jar, and he came in and he saw it. Like, what did the Beast? It was 2 words that the Beast yelled when he saw them doing something to that flower.
Yes, we have some beans.
Like, I feel that feeling that he had inside of my heart right now. The back-to-back macros, certainly. All right, so the C, a mug of. So we don't want to do the C. Grandma says yes to the C. If I cannot get a bankrupt. JRM, if you had to pick another letter, what would it be?
Wild card.
Remember, the letters we can choose from are the ones that are highlighted. C has already been chosen, actually. C has already been picked.
It's a bag of something.
A bag of something. A bag of gobbledygooks.
We have 1 R. You can pick up that wild card.
A bag of ground beef.
Now, you have a wild card and you can use it if you'd like.
Ground beef.
T.
T.
Is have a chat stream just talking about whatever.
We can do that. Totally down with that. Oh no. Okay.
650.
Totally do that. That would be a good that would be good for like a Sunday or a Friday stream. If we did do like a
Bag
chat.
of frozen vegetables.
Bag of frozen vegetables. Oh my gosh.
Contestant number 1. Go ahead.
Bag
and solve.
of frozen vegetables. If we spell it right. Yeah, I would totally be down with that. I can hang with a conversation for. We can make it like a.
To be honest, I wasn't
kind
sure
of open
how you were
form.
gonna solve this one. As
So,
much as I
like,
enjoy
so
standing
when you're
here,
saying
I'm
that's
ready
like
to
no
get
game
the
at
show
all,
started. Let's get this
I
round
feel like I
started.
would need to put something
Category
on the
is thing.
screen. Trying to think of what I could
Contestant
do.
number 2, you're up first, so
There's a
take
couple ways we
spin.
could do it. We could have like I wonder how YouTube feels.
WCG Mama.
You know what? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no.
Grandma,
We'll have to move on to
Grandma
the
is the
next
queen
contestant.
of Wheel of Fortune. Everybody, I
I
just
got to go. Bye everyone.
let you know. Take it easy, JRM. You got to go eat that delicious fried chicken that you're not going to share with me.
Bye JR. Emoji slightly smiling face.
Wow,
Be safe
not a
honey.
single one on the
GG
board.
Grandma.
I'm sorry.
That delicious fried chicken. Is it crispy?
Take care JR.
Is it bone in? What sides are you having? Don't do this to me!
That's about as painful as bankruptcy gets.
Every time I feel a piece of my soul chip away.
Dinner then bed.
I hear you there. It's going to be me.
Hi.
Hello, Meredith. It's the amazing Meredith.
We have one S. Don't go spend that all at once now.
Hey, everybody, if you didn't know,
Like to buy a value? Yes, we have some.
Meredith drives NASCARs on the weekend,
Or a Zoom call with everyone.
and
LOL. Hi, Mara.
she's also a stand-up comic.
We have one A.
She's also a stand-up comic. If people wanted to, I don't mind. I mean,
Hi, Meredith.
we had figured it out, Danny, how to do it where we could do the overlay with the
You
Zoom.
hit big with
So
$3,500.
if I sat with it, I could figure it out.
I'm sorry, there are none on the board.
Lol, I am not. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Y'all don't know, she's a stand-up comic, man. She's just
It's
Meredith.
yummy. Yes, crispy. Greens, potatoes, and cake.
Hold up. Hold up. Okay,
Hi,
everything
Gemma.
everything
Hi,
stops.
Lil's list.
Everything stops. Where do you live? Where you make fried chicken? No, here, let me take this back.
Meredith is fun.
Crispy fried chicken, greens, potatoes, and cake. Is it a pound cake or like a yellow cake? Because I'm like right
Hi,
now,
JR.
I am fascinated. I am fascinated. Genuinely
That's about
fascinated.
as painful as bankruptcy gets.
Or emoji 2 hearts.
I don't know, but when Meredith was little, she used to yell shake and bake all the time. It's shake and bake, and I helped.
Who is mac and cake?
Yikes!
JRM. JRM's making cake.
Wow, I am very sorry. Just
Did
try to keep
y'all
positive
y'all
thoughts.
witnessing this back-to-back bankrupt?
White cake with fry it.
Dear baby Jesus with the balled up fist and golden locks of hair laying in a major, please,
650.
please let this wheel not land on bankrupt no more.
No.
Ooh,
I'm
yummy.
White cake with fruit. Oh my gosh.
sorry. Close.
Fruit LOL.
You're doing it.
We have one M. Go ahead and pick up the card from Zestbone. This gift is worth $1,000. A $1,000 gift.
Homemade
a
everything.
$1,000 gift.
Oh my
This
gosh.
gift is worth $1,000. A $1,000 gift.
Can
This
anybody
gift is worth $1,000.
that's in
Like
the
long
audience
dreams.
$1,000.
Tell me
$1,000
how much-
gift.
how much-
A $1,000 gift.
how much is the
This
gift?
gift is worth $1,000.
And
a $1,000 gift. This gift
remix?
is worth
Sorry,
one-
we're done. Oh my gosh, you are throwing down on a Sunday. You have to be from the South. You don't cook like that unless you're from the South.
We have one F. That's a
Okay,
lot
bye.
of money.
Emoji waving
Take it
hand.
easy. Enjoy all of that. We have to talk. We're going to talk more later about
Not
your.
a single one on the board. I'm sorry.
You're from Texas or Alabama or Carolinas. Where are you from? You got to be somewhere in the South. Wait a minute. Somebody said the answer. Grandma said the answer. I'm caught up in the food choices right now. I'm trying to keep some balance here.
Yes, we have. some
Grandma's
L.
right. Grandma's got the answer, everybody.
Well,
Comes
that is a
tunelessly
healthy
cause you
amount
missed
to add
the
to your
answer.
winnings tonight.
Mid Northern gal. Parents are from Europe
Contestant
though.
number 1. Your chance to solve.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't. Not cooking like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to. So
I am
maybe.
Be right back
Did you
feeding
just pull
dogs.
that out of thin
Yes,
air?
we'll see you in a little bit, Meredith. We'll
It's
see you in a
time
little
for the
bit.
prize round.
We'll talk about
The
maybe
winner
that's a
will be
good
getting
topic.
special prize on
What Danny
top
was
of the
talking
bat.
about to have a
Category
talk
is
day. I'll make a
three.
list of things, topics. Maybe food. Food will definitely be
Contestant
one of the
number
topics.
3, you're up
So I'm
first.
curious what people
Take a spin.
eat and like what do they make in their houses.
Sir.
You know, when you said "sir," I thought you were Mr. YG for a
We have
second.
one L. I know you must be excited to go hop in that car and drive, but we still have some of the show left, so hang on.
I'm from Alaska.
If
We
you'd like
used
to
to do
buy a
pan-fried
voucher, we
chicken,
have some
homemade
tea.
mash, greens, corn, homemade biscuits and homemade gravy.
Good
Every
Jesus.
Sunday.
Good
I
Jesus.
get withdrawal when I cross the MD line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When you cross the Mason-Dixon. Yeah, for those of you that don't know what MD is, it's the Mason-Dixon line. It's geographical divide. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it.
Like to buy a voucher? We have one you.
What do we got here? It's kind of separates New England from the rest of the U.S. in a way. Well, it's like it separates.
No, we don't seem
It's
to have
the
any.
north-south divide. So it takes anything below Kentucky and like Missouri and the Virginias is south of the Mason-Dixon.
Divides the north and south.
So you are in you're in the north. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think of the best way to say it, like with states for
Let's
people
take a
that
guess.
didn't know. Let's take a guess. Oh, that's the answer? I'm going to mess up.
700.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in the northeast.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have some S's.
That's fun.
Not bad. You've got quite a bit of money now.
Solve.
Contestant number 1, it's your chance.
Okay, really going.
Alrighty, take it
Emoji
easy.
waving hand.
Enjoy your food. Thank you for sharing the day and time with us. Always good to see you. Hope to see you again soon. As remember, I'll be gone next week, but I will put my Discord on the channel section. So if you send me notes, I probably won't see them until the evening, but I'm more than happy to
Are you
chat with
interested
you.
in going to Hawaii?
We're going to Hawaii again.
Aloha! Welcome to Hawaii. It's always sunny and beautiful here. Whether you're catching some awesome waves or take
Oh,
some
let's
time
make a
to
guess if
relax
that's
on the
not
beach
it.
before going snorkeling
Oh, you got
and
it.
whale watching.
You got it.
It's worth $7,320.
This is our
The turtle's probably like, "Get that
$3,000
camera
toss-up
out of
round.
my
The category
face."
is title.
But yeah, I think you're onto something, Danny, there. We could have a list of topics in order to give us sort
Are
of a
you
real.
traveling far this week, Ido?
It's about a 6-hour drive for me, so it's not too bad. But
Why don't you go
I don't know
ahead
why
and
I
tell us
buzzed
the
in.
answer?
Title. It's about a 6-hour drive, but it's not too bad. The blank. I have no clue what this is. I shouldn't have buzzed in. Yeah, the visits are
Sound and the Fury.
sound. Is that? I didn't even know that was a thing. I was thinking that, but I didn't know it was a thing. But
Let's
yeah,
get this
so I'm
round
going
started.
to
The category is movie title.
the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. I am going to the University
Here
of
goes one
Chicago.
last spin.
I am going to AbbVie Pharmaceuticals, and I am also going to a couple of clinical testing labs. And then in between there, I will also be going to a couple of biofuel plants to talk to them about some of the work that they're doing with their alternative fuels.
Yes, we have some tea.
So it'll be a busy, mixed up week, but my plan is to be
Great job. That's quite a bit of
to start every morning
Contestant
about
number 1,
7
would you like
and
to
be
solve?
in the hotel room by 7. And so myself and my director, she's flying in from California. And so she and I are going to be doing some customer visits. We're looking forward to the AbbVie visit. I'm always curious to see what pharmaceutical
Oh,
companies
nice.
are
Busy,
doing.
but sounds like you're redoing good work.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. The clinical labs are always fun too. catching up with those guys is always a good time. And the university research is, because the thing is, it's like most innovation these days starts in academic science laboratories, and then it becomes commercialized. You don't really see a lot of innovation. You do see some, but a lot of it's not coming from the actual pharmaceutical company itself. It's technology or information that they've licensed from somebody else, and usually that somebody else is a university.
Will we get any help on this? It seems we're out of luck.
So it's always fun sort of being in the front of the wave and listening to what the university students are talking about, and then going to a pharma company and hearing sort of their 5, 10, 15 year goals as far as where the business is going. Unfortunately,
yes, we have some H's. That's a lot of
and it's been a big
money.
disappointment of mine. I've watched the pharmaceutical industry
Your chance to solve.
move further away from finding meaningful cures and, remedies for diseases, moving further away from that and more into the world of the cosmetic sort of drugs, because they make a lot of money. And it's unfortunate because I've watched a lot of really good projects get sidelined, and I'm not calling out any one pharmaceutical company. They all are doing it, but they are putting aside.
I believe it's sad.
Yeah, putting aside a lot of really good science to make money. And you guys have heard of what is it, Wegovia, and what's the other big one that people are using, the weight loss drugs and stuff? Those are GLP-1 inhibitors.
Yes,
It's a class of drugs. And so everybody's focused on GLP-1 inhibitors right now, and they're not focusing
Contestant number 2.
on a lot of the other things. I do know, however, Lily has been working on
Wegovy and Mounjaro.
Mounjaro. Yeah, that's the other one, Mounjaro.
Wegovy.
Yeah, Wegovy. But yeah, those are GLP-1
Contestant number
inhibitors.
3, your chance to
It's a
solve.
specific class of, it's a peptide drug. The blank.
Yes, we have some F's. Great job. That's
But
quite a bit
there
of
are some
technical
pharmaceutical
luck.
companies like
Contestant
Lilly and
number
things
1,
like
would
that
you
that
like
are
to solve?
working on some really cool things. I will say the fate of something. Unfortunately, the pandemic brought a lot of disruption to the world, and we all recognize that, and we were, we bore witness to that, the disruption that the pandemic caused. But from that particular scenario, it opened the door to a generation of drugs that we had thought about for a long time, but were further away than we thought really were. And since we're getting into the world of mRNA vaccines, a lot of the drug companies are still considering
Furious. The fat of the furious.
10 seconds remaining.
I can't spell.
I am
I'm
shamed by
sorry,
you.
there are none on the board.
Shamed, I say.
Shamed. Shame.
No, we don't seem to have any of those.
How do you not know that franchise, sir?
Huh?
We have 1A.
I thought it was the Fast and the Furious.
Contestant number 1.
I didn't know. Sure. I thought it was the Fast and the Furious. I didn't realize it was. I do not know that. I don't know why I don't know that. Why? What? I don't know
Wow,
that.
that is incredible. How did you come up with that?
It's based on a
We're
book
ready
by
to start
Rick
the bonus round, I think. Let's
Atkinson.
get over there.
Oh, so it's one of the sequels to the Fast and the Furious. Is that what we're talking about? Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you all. I've never seen any of them. I've never seen. I've never seen. I've never seen any of them. I've never seen any of them. Um, and there's no particular reason why. I just never have watched any of the Fast and the Furious.
Please follow me over here.
I feel like there's times in my life where I'll take like 5 and 10 year
We can give you
spans
the letters
where
R, S,
I won't
T,
see
L,
any
N,
movies.
and
Like
E.
I won't go to the movie
So
theater,
let's
won't do
see what
anything.
shows up.
And usually it's because I'm doing something else. And then they're really good. Okay, let's check it out.
Please, would you give us 3 consonants and a vowel? I was pretty sure you were going to get that one.
If y'all want a little trick, so the most popular letters in the English language, they're the R, S, T, L, N, E. I have learned over the years playing Wheel of Fortune that when they ask you to pick 3 consonants and a vowel, if you pick C, M, P, A, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get like a whole bunch of letters. So R, S, T, L, N, E, C, M, P, A. So R, S, T, L, N, E it, and then camp that bad boy at the end, just C-A-M-P on it. And for some reason, camp, epic romance.
I hope you're ready because we only have a few
Yes,
minutes
the
to
same.
solve.
I just added periods and news. Skipping some comments.
Y'all see Tammy?
Fate is F8.
You see?
I haven't seen them either. Shame. They're actually really good.
See, Meredith hadn't seen
blow
it.
up pew pew movies. LOL epic romance.
See, I don't know. I haven't, and it's like I know of them, and I know, but other than that, I'm like, no, I just haven't. But you know what's funny is, so I've never seen any of the Fast and the Furious. However, I have seen every Despicable Me movie, and I even went to go see the last one in the movie theaters about a year or so ago when it was released. So I don't ask me why. Like I'll go and see the Pixar stuff or whoever makes it, but I did never seen a Fast and the
Wow,
Furious.
you won the bonus round, and the prize is, well, I think you'll be happy with this one.
I have seen every movie Van Diesel has made. LOL. Lol. In the same way.
See, look, she's the same way as me. We'll do one more round, and then we're going to take a break. So I can stop at 7. And we'll be back. What we're gonna do a short round, and then I'm gonna take a break because I need to get something to eat. And then when I come back, we'll do.
Playing RDR2 tonight. I don't even watch movies cause I can't see them but his voice.
Oh goodness.
I could watch him read the phone book.
I bet you could. So yes, we are doing Red Dead Redemption. We're gonna do. So the winners of the polls were Wheel of Fortune and Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So I'm gonna take a 15-minute break, and then when I come back, we're gonna do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Hello,
And
everyone.
then
How are you?
later on this evening, I'll do Red Dead Redemption 2. I think with the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, since it's a faster game, I'll do. Actually, no, it's a longer game. Excuse me.
Thank you for joining us today.
I'm going to do
Your
2
outfit looks quite
rounds of Are You the Smarter
interesting.
Fifth?
must
Are
have
You Smarter
visited
Than a Fifth Grader,
customization.
which should be at about an hour and 15
Well,
minutes
I'll
long.
take that as a great. Sure you're ready to get started. It
We're on
says
100
here-
minutes with this
well,
one.
It doesn't say much. Why don't
So
you
we're
tell
having
us
fun, and we were.
yourself?
I told a really long anecdotal story at the beginning, so this
is
isn't
a
real time.
$1,000 toss-up round. The category is food and drink.
But yeah, so next will be Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So if you'd like to come back after the break and play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader with us, let me know. The way that we'll do it is I will put the answers in the chat, and we'll make a poll of the answers, and whichever answer has the most votes will be the answer we choose. So that way it's anonymous, because I don't want anyone to feel like, you know, they're under any pressure where they feel like they can't answer because they're afraid they're going to be wrong. So since the polls are anonymous, if I put the answers in the poll, you all can choose what you think the right answer is, and I'll kind of guide the conversations. If I feel like, you know, it might be something else, like we can have a discussion around the answers. The good thing is, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader isn't timed, so we can take our time with it. But I'll make polls, and you guys can vote on the right answers, and then it just makes it a little bit more carefree.
No sense in hanging around here. Let's go ahead and get going. Shall we go ahead and start the round? The category is
Charles.
Contestant number 1. Go ahead and take the first spin.
Charles. If you're wondering what I'm saying Charles, but I'm sorry, it's okay.
Yikes. Just didn't make it this time.
We expected that to happen.
$600. We have 1 T.
We expected that to happen, because
that's a lot of money you won there. You can certainly buy a vowel. Yes, we have some O's.
Where'd you get money to buy vowels? Who gave you money? Low down, no good rat soup eating.
800. We have 1 N. Great job. That's quite a bit of cash in your pocket
Emoji
now.
rolling on the floor laughing. Charles.
Charles.
Oh. 650. We have 1 S. Not bad. You've got quite a bit of money now.
Oh. You know,
Get out of there.
thank you. This just happened to me.
That's about as painful as bankruptcy gets.
No, it's not. It's the most beautiful thing I've seen all day. I'm teasing.
$600. Unfortunately, that's not what we need.
We're having a marathon of streams today since I'll be gone for a couple of days. I normally don't do this many streams at one time. Because I'm going to miss you guys, I have to have one. Charles.
800.
Okay, it's a phrase. No.
Yes, we have some R.
C.
Grandma says C.
Great job. That's quite a bit of cash in your pocket now.
No. Now watch. We're going to get a bankrupt. And the reason why I said that was because if I said I hope we don't get a bankrupt, we would have gotten one.
We have 1 C. Well, that's a healthy amount to add to your winnings tonight.
So for those of you that don't know, see, Danny knows this, and this is sort of an ongoing inside joke. Tammy reads the chat on Wheel of Fortune. This isn't Pat Sajak and Vanna White or Ryan Seacrest. Charles is the host, and the girl standing next to the board, that's Tiffany. So this is Charles and Tiffany. Okay, I thought I was going to stroke out.
800.
could feel my chest getting real tight. Okay. We need a letter. I am thinking no blank blank. No dogs allowed. Y'all remember that? That was a Charlie Brown. I think it was Charlie Brown. And like Snoopy kept seeing no dogs allowed
Wow, not a single one on the board.
signs. I think it was Charlie Brown.
Yikes.
It's another Charles, by the way. Charlie Brown.
Just
Charles.
didn't make it this time.
Charles Brown.
Artificial something.
Artificial flavors? No artificial flavors?
Yikes. 700.
Boom, boom,
Do we have any of those?
boom, boom,
No,
boom.
I'm sorry.
Not artificial flavors.
No, not.
If you'd like to buy a vowel, you've got... Yes, we have some A's.
5 Tammy.
5 Tammy. Look. Here, why don't we get the L? and
LOL.
we can get the L, and then if we do, it'll let us know. Well, don't do it. Please don't do it. Just stop right here.
Charles
Stop.
Brown,
Stop.
LOL. No
Bankrupt is
artificial
always-
flavors, LOL.
My heart. Is it okay? Wait a minute. Are we saying no artificial flavors? Okay, wait a minute. I'm confused. The answer is no artificial flavors. I thought you were telling me no, it's not artificial flavors. And then I interpreted that as you were just
I
saying
tremored, it wasn't supposed to be not.
no. Oh no, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's me. I'm not putting that on you. This is like that time. Y'all remember
My
that?
oldest dog loves Snoopy. It's funny, he has blankets and toys and a Halloween costume.
That's hilarious. Y'all remember that time I told you the story about Captain Bear?
600. Yes, we have some L's.
About Captain Bear. I don't know if anybody's heard the Captain Bear story. I don't know if So in my mind, when I heard that, I saw something different
lot of
than
money
what
you
was
wanted.
actually being said. Which lets me know I need to take a break.
Wild card.
For those of you that missed the story, there was
Captain Bear, emoji rolling on
there
the
was-
floor laughing, emoji rolling on the floor laughing.
Meredith remembers the Captain Bear. So I was playing a video game on the couch, and
those.
the person that was watching play, everybody knows Francis. Francis was playing, and
It sounds like you're ready to solve.
she got up to the cage, and I asked her on the game, there was an animal. Why can't I spell? Wait a minute. How do you spell it? Why am I zoning out? See, ART. Is there something wrong? Art. How do I spell it? So now that you all know, one of the Achilles heels of most scientists is we're not very good at the English language. ARTFIC.
Put the I where the F is.
But the I, that's what was wrong. Okay, so that's that. So okay, I'm going to tell you all the Captain Bear story. Okay, so Frances was playing Assassin's Creed. She ran up on a cage, and it had a wild animal that was in the cage. To set the stage of the story, usually when we would play video games, we would have like beverages of the adult type. My beverage.
RTIFICIAL.
Grandma's on it. Grandma's on it. Thank you, Grandma. I appreciate that. You can tell I was struggling with life for a second. I don't know why. But my adult beverage of choice was always made from corn and wheat, and was aged in a fired barrel. And for those of you that know what that is, and I was sitting on the couch and I was watching her play, and I'm like, "What's that animal in the cage?" And she's like, "It's a captive bear." I heard Captain, like Captain Crunch, and so I sat there and I literally just stared at the screen. Right, I had a glass in my hand. She's sitting next to me on the couch with the controller in her hand, and she's just playing. Right, so she just says it's a captive bear, and she's running, and I'm just sitting there, and in my mind, I envisioned a picture of like Smokey the Bear wearing like the Captain Crunch uniform, like with the big blue hat, and standing on a ship and all this other stuff. And I probably sat there for about 20-30 seconds with that image in my mind. And finally I looked at her and I said, "How do you know it's a captain?"
LOL.
And she looked at me. She paused the game, just like I'm doing right now. She paused the game. She turned and she looked at me and she said, "How do I know who's not a captain?" And I said, "The bear. You said he was the captain bear." And she said, "I said captive." I said, "Well," I was confused because I was like, "Well, he could be a lieutenant. He could be, something else. An admiral. How do you know he's the captain?" She's like, "It's a captive bear." I was like, "Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you now." But I was having the captive bear moment.
Wow, that is incredible. How did you come up with that?
This story kills me. Emoji rolling on the
It's time
floor
to start
laughing.
this round. The
It's a
category
captain bear.
is, what are you doing?
It's like, what the heck? But I did. Like I said, if you ask Frances, she'll tell you.
I'm going to give the wheel another spin.
She paused the game and she looked. I could feel her eyes were burning a hole through me because I was looking at. I was serious when I said it too. Like I was like, "I don't understand how you know it's a captain." And she's like, "It's not a captain. It's captive." And I said, "Oh, okay." But that's why
we don't seem to have any of those.
you only have a couple of fingers.
You just wanted to give him credit for the work he put in. Emoji
You know what?
rolling on the floor laughing.
Thank you, Meredith. Exactly. You got to respect that man. If he
Wow, not a single
he could have put in the work, man. He could be like, high in rank. I don't know nothing about it. And who knows? He might have a ship for all we know. And maybe that's why he's in that cage. Y'all seen Pirates of the Caribbean? They put Jack Sparrow in the cage. I mean, why can't it? So it all made sense. It all made sense to me. It all made perfect sense.
Keep that going.
I'm a captain bear. So if you ever wonder, like I will yell that. Actually, I think there's a. If you go back far enough on my YouTube channel, and I think there's some videos that are.
We have one.
Maybe 7, 6.
He was a prisoner of war.
Contestant number 1.
It's all quite possible. I think there's a video of it on the channel. If you go back to the earlier videos, I think the video is called Captain Bear. If you go back, you might be able to see it. I think it's titled Captain Bear. So if you go back and if you go to the channel and search the videos, like the live streams, go to the channel search, type in Captain Bear, and you should find the video. Let me see it. I'm gonna test it just to make sure it works before I send you off to do something that don't work. Yep, it is. So the video is 7 years old. If you go to the channel homepage and where it says home videos, live playlist post, and there's like an hourglass. If you go to where the hourglass is and you type in Captain, there's a video that's called It's a Captain Bear. And so yeah. it's there. It's long.
We have one.
I hope that's the right one. It makes sense though for the timeline, being 7 years old.
Not bad. You've got quite a bit of money now.
It's Captain Bear.
Contestant number 2, would you like to solve?
Prisoner of war. It's awesome. Look, you're creating a whole narrative. You could probably tell me just about anything.
We have one H.
If I've had a couple of fingers of bourbon.
That's a fair bit of cash you picked up. Contestant number 1, your chance to solve.
He has got a backstory now, haha.
None on the board.
But he's got to have on like the
Unfortunately, there
Captain
are
Crunch.
none on the
See,
board.
y'all know what Captain Crunch looks like, right? So he's got to have that whole outfit on. That's
Yes,
what
we
makes
have
it.
some R's.
Ringing the doorbell.
I should ringing the doorbell.
I
Goodness
guess you'll be
gracious!
paying for dinner tonight.
How are you able to get that?
Contestant number 1. Would you like to solve?
Amazing, amazing. Ringing the door bell. If Francis shows up this evening,
Grandma WTF.
You
Emoji
know-
rolling on the floor laughing. How did you do that?
exactly, she's like on it. If Francis is here this evening while we're playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, she and I can tell the stories about the emotionally charged people that we met in the hot
There's
tub.
only so many words, guys.
I know it, but still, there's only so many words, but at the same time, there's so many words in my head that it's hard for me sometimes to decipher. And I know you probably can look at the number of letters and the size of the word, but
Emoji exploding head.
my mind don't work like that. Yeah, and so it's like when I see blank spots, I'm like, okay, something. Like I thought, and that's all that comes to my mind is something. And so, but Grandma can read sort of between the lines. You should have been like a
There
detective.
were 3 letters, haha.
You're good. But yeah, I can tell you, we tell you guys
To be
some of the stories
honest,
of the
I wasn't
emotionally
sure
charged
how you were
people
gonna
we met
solve this one.
in the hot tub.
I think we're ready to start the bonus round.
But yeah,
Let's
this
get
is-
over
Grandma
there.
lol.
I know it. She's on it. Everybody, Grandma don't play.
G
Ow.
turns first word into ing, so you're doing something. Second word is the. Ringing the what do you ring? The doorbell.
See, my mind didn't think it like that. Like my mind can't put it all together because there were
Would you
so
follow
many
me over
blanks.
here, please?
I see how you got there. Like I totally see your work.
People. We can
But
give you the
I don't think my
letters
mind
R, S, T, L,
would be
N,
able
and
to
E.
put it together
So let's
that
see
way.
what shows up.
You're amazing.
Of course, here's the part where I ask for 3 consonants and a vowel. We only have a short amount of time, so go ahead and solve.
Can't let me down. Can't let me down this time. People. They are some kind of. It's not gals. It's not pals.
Emoji white flag. Emoji white flag. Emoji white
You do
flag.
it.
Emoji cold sweat.
You do it. It's not pals. It's not gals. It's not. It could be.
Night owls.
Get out of here.
The people who will watch my stream.
Oh my gosh. You see this? Are you seeing this? Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? She got this. Like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Crazy.
I guess you'll be paying for dinner tonight.
All right.
Leaves I can't with you. She do got this.
She is. I need to go on the show, and I need to get like an earpiece where Grandma can see the game, and
Just kidding.
just let me get
I
up
am
on
not
stage.
leaving LOL.
Just let me get up on stage. Oh, I hear you, Meredith. It's like it's mind blowing. It's like mind blowing how good she
Emoji
is.
disappointed face. Please don't.
No. It's just mind boggling how good you are. It's like it's impressive, is what it is. It's nothing short of impressive. I'm going to update this time just a little bit so I can give myself enough time to partake in some food. Thank you all for stopping by. I really appreciate you playing Wheel of Fortune with me today. We're going to take a 15-minute break, and I am going to, when I come back, we're going to do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And then after Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, we'll do Red Dead Redemption 2. And then we will call it a night. But thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Meredith. Thank you, April. Thank you, Tammy, JRM. Princess of Pineapples. Danny. Queen. Oh my goodness, we had a full house tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Thank you for your assistance with the game and listening to my stories. As always, if you have anything that you want to ask me, feel free to, because I'm sure I have a story on that too. If I can tell you a story about Captain Bear, I probably have a story about anything. Maybe we'll leave you with one last story for the night. One time I went into a karaoke bar here in Kentucky, and it's one of those little dive bars. So it's not anything fancy with like a big stage or nothing like that. It was just, they had cleared out some space on the floor. They had a DJ there and a microphone. And I remember I get to the bar and I order a drink, and I'm sitting there, and a man walks into the bar. He's maybe looks like he's in his 60s, 70s.
Thank you for the stream. Back to work I go.
All right, brother. Always good to see you. I'm glad you could stop by, man. It's always good to see you. So we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we'll do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So if you need some other background noise, just let me know. But long story short, in the bar, order a drink, sitting there. Guy walks in. He looks like he's in his, 60s, 70s, something like that. Comes in, and he orders a drink, and he goes over to the karaoke DJ, and he requests a song. And so I'm thinking to myself, all right, this dude's going to get up here, and he's going to sing like some Four Tops or some Temptations, like some old school R&B. This dude, when he gets up and sings, he starts singing a song from The Little Mermaid. I swear. It took everything in me. It took everything in me to not break down in the middle of that bar, because he was singing that Little Mermaid song so hard. And everybody was amazed because he was just doing it, right? He finishes singing the song. He goes back over to the bar. He gets a couple of shots. And me being the person that I am, I can't just let something like that go, right? So I started asking him, questions and stuff about himself, and I'm like, you did a really good job. It's like you sing professional. He's like, nah. He's like, I just like to get up and just sing songs that I feel like singing, sometimes. So I'm up here. This is my voice for him. Sometimes I get up here and just like to sing songs and have a good time. I'm like, well, that's cool, brother. I was like, it's cool. You need me to buy you a drink? He's like, yeah, sure. So I buy him a drink, and he's pretty good. At that point, you can tell, you can see it in the way he's walking, the way he's carrying himself. So I go up and ask him, I'm like, you don't look like it's going to be safe, for you to get in and stuff like that. You're going to be all right getting back home. He's like, yeah, I just live right up the street. So I just walk over here sometimes. And I like to have a good time some Friday nights. And then I go back to my place, and I usually go to bed. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm sitting there, and at the time, I had stepped out of the bar. I was talking to some other folks, and he was, getting his stuff together, and he was leaving. And I'm standing outside as he was walking up to the corner to get ready to cross the street to walk back home. And he says to me, oh, he's standing there. And I'm like, all right, have a good night, man. He's like, yeah, you too, brother. Be good, be good. And I'm like, all right, yeah. He turns around, he looks at me, and with the most serious look in his eyes and in his face, he's like, Delano, I don't know you, but I need you. And I'm like, what? He was like, I don't know you, but I need you. And I'm like, what do you need me for? He was like, can you help me cross the street? Because I don't think I can make it by myself. And so I told him, I said, all right, brother, I'll help you cross the street. So I hit the little crosswalk button. He's like, you a good man, Delano. You're a real good man. You helped me out tonight. I said, you helped me out, brother. I said, you getting up there and singing them songs and doing your thing. I said, that made my night. He was like, you a good one. You a real good man, Delano. I'm like, thank you. But yeah. if you're ever at a bar, or if you're ever out with a group of strangers, you can always yell out, "I don't know you, but I need you," and I'm sure you'll get a response pretty quick. Even more so if you know the person's name, say the person's name and then say, "I don't know you, but I need you." But that's the end of my anecdotal story for right now. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll play some Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? But always fun times in Kentucky. Always fun times.